Afternoon, YouTubers. Welcome back to the channel. How's it going, Sean? Good afternoon, buddy. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I've got a topic I want to cover here. How well does vinyl plank hold up? There is all kinds of talk and test and all kinds of stuff on the internet, scratch test, wear test, and all kinds of stuff like that on vinyl plank. A lot of people are curious just how well vinyl plank holds up. Will it withstand water, long-term water, extreme heat, extreme cold, all of that stuff? I've got a little project right here I want to show you guys, and maybe it will answer some questions for you. So what we've done right here is, look right here, I want to show you. So right here is about what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, looks like 7 planks that has been put together outside for about 5 or 6 months here. And you can see the sun, looky here, sets right over there. So a little over half of the day, this vinyl plank right here, how's it going, Danny? This vinyl plank right here gets direct sunlight until the sun goes down right there, okay? So a lot of times, you can see this is dark right here, the concrete. This definitely gets wet quite often. The water pours off my roof right here. And this right here, as a matter of fact, looky right here, it's actually wet underneath of it right now. So this pretty much stays wet underneath this, and it gets wet really, really often, okay? I live in Tennessee, middle Tennessee, so it rains here quite a bit. So this gets wet a lot. It gets hot a lot. It's already getting cold at nights. It's down in the 50s at nighttime. I can't get that to click together right now since I picked it up. There we go. So it's been cold, it's been hot, it's been wet, it's been dry. It's been out here all summer long. And again, it now has been down in the 50s and such at nighttime. So it's had below the recommended temperatures. It's had above the recommended temperatures. It's been dry where it's not rained for a few weeks, which is not uncommon for this stuff to be dry, but it has been wet for weeks at a time because, like I said, it does rain here in Middle Tennessee quite often, okay? So I want to just take a look at all this, take a look at this vinyl plank just to see if any damage from water, from sun, from cold, or anything like that has took effect, okay? I do want to point out that this is not the particular box because this is 12 by 24 tiles, but this is the brand. It is a Mannington Duramax is the brand of product that is here on the ground, okay? On the concrete. So you can see where my grandkids have been riding bikes over it, scooters and stuff like that, where it has been broken off on the edges and stuff, where there's nothing under there, where it clicks together and stuff. It feeds the other tongues and stuff like that will lock into these, which makes that solid. But if it's not installed in, these are little hollow lips for the adjoining piece, such as this part right here, will go in there and fill the void. Same things on the ends. All of these are hollow until your next piece joins to it. So you can see it's only that thick until the next piece gets installed in it. Then it makes it the traditional thickness. So a Duramax is a pretty good vinyl. It's probably a little less than a 1/2 inch. It's a pretty good, thick, real solid vinyl plank, okay? So what I want to do here, we're going to inspect these seams on it. We're going to see if any delaminating. Now, I have not checked this myself. I've been wanting to wait until the video and check it out with you guys. That way I can see all this stuff for myself and be oohed and awed with you, okay? So right off the bat, I can see, well, I thought that was up a little bit, but it's just got crud in it right there. So that's not raised up any. The seam is not raised up any. I feel just a slight hump right there where this seam is trying to raise up just a little bit. What I'll do here in just a second, I've got my straight edge with me, and I'm going to lay it down. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that right now. I've got a 3-foot straight edge here, and we're going to lay it down and see if any of the seams in that vinyl plank has actually came up where they are sticking up. And if you can look right here, right there, is a little bit, there's a little bit there. So these two planks right here have got just a little bit of hump right here on the edges where the edges have started to raise up, okay? And that very last one there, you can see daylight underneath of my straight edge. These down here actually look fine. However, these first three, this one you can see daylight under that, daylight, and then right there you can see a little bit of daylight. So the edges, I was thinking I could feel that right there. The seams of these have started to curl up just a little bit. But as far as delamination, I have not seen any delamination on it. For the extreme abuse that this has had out here, I don't really see any scratches on it. I don't see any scratches on it, as a matter of fact. Not that I really don't see any, but seriously, I really don't see any. And looky here. How's it going, buddy? So you can see the scooters here, little tricycles. You know, my grandkids come out here. So this stuff takes a beating. That's exactly, as a matter of fact, that is why my wife put this here. She put this here so the kids could sit down on it and have a clean place to play without getting on the concrete and stuff like that. So that's why this originally was put here, for them to have a clean place to play on. So this definitely takes a beating, okay? Now, again, let's just go over this just a little bit slow here, and let's look for defects in it. Again, this has been outside for 5 or 6 months here in the weather. Cold, hot, rainy, sunny, and everything. And for it to just have look right there, that amount of swell on the seams, that is pretty impressive. I'll have to give Mannington a Duramax a 10. I can't say nothing against that at all. That's really good to be what it's at, to be what it is, and how long it's been here. And I know myself, a lot of times you can see this area right here. So look at my concrete. I want to stand up right here so you guys can see this a little better. So you see the concrete is darkened right there. A lot of times you can see the dark line will come right through here, okay? So a lot of times when it pours down, this right here is actually a nice little puddle in the concrete right here where this is, okay? When you walk through this, you're gonna splash on it. So a lot of times when it rains, thank you, Jared, I appreciate that, buddy. A lot of times whenever we get a good downpour, this is actually completely submerged in water, okay? It's not just like it got water on top of it or anything like that. This is actually completely submerged, okay? Let's take a look at the backing of it. I'm curious about that to see how the rubber on the back has held up. I'm gonna flip a whole bunch of this over right here. Once again, we're looking at the Mannington Duramax, okay, is what product this is. This is not a tile, it is a plank. I know the box said tile, but that's just to show the label. So look at there. It's standing in water right now, as a matter of fact. That's not what I meant by standing in water. When I said that, a lot of times this whole thing will be submerged. But just to show you, I don't know how long it's rained, how long it's been since it rained. I can't remember right off the bat. But you can see there's definitely water here. The thickness is just, dang, I wish, it's a pretty thick one right there, Danny. I'm sorry, I don't have the box that this stuff came in. It's a little bit, it's less than a ½ inch. I'll say that. I don't know, maybe, probably an 8 mil, maybe a 10 mil. I don't know. I don't even know about that. It's probably an 8 mil, I'm guessing is what that is, because it's a pretty thick piece there. So I'm guessing an 8 mil. But anyway, sorry, I wished I had the box that this came in. Let's take a look at the back of this. And again, listen, versus do you use a saw or cutter. I actually, on vinyl plank, I use my D-cutter on all vinyl plank jobs. The little $159 one, the little bitty lightweight one, is my cutter of choice when it comes to vinyl plank. That's always the cutter I grab. As a matter of fact, well, I can't leave this area. I didn't turn my Wi-Fi off before I started this. If I walk away, I will lose signal. I'm right here by the house, so I could... How's it going, James? Anyway, let's look right here. So this is where this is broke. That's the pad. And let's see. Let's take a look at that. It is still got a really good hold on that for being out here this long in the weather and everything. There we go. So look at that. That's what I was wanting to check right there. How... Okay, so I pulled every bit of the rubber off of the back of this right here. Let's take a look at this. This is what I was curious. So I do see a little bit of moisture that actually got through that rubber barrier right there. You can see it. This is the back side that was stuck to the vinyl plank. This is the bottom side that was on the ground, okay? And I was wanting to check for moisture right there. So you can see a little spot right there. And you can see on the back of the vinyl plank itself, it seeped in right there. It probably come from the edge over into it right there. For the most part, look right here around the end, it got wet a little bit, probably again seeped in around the edge of that. This is actually really good. A little bit on the edge right here. For this being out here and standing in water like it does so often, there was one spot right here in the center that actually got completely wet. Everything else on that whole piece is dry. You know, right here on the end, there's a couple places by the edges, and then right here in the center. I'm gonna pull another one off like that if I can do that. If I can get it, let's see here. I don't know if I can get this started. That other one was broke. That's why I was able to get it started there. I would like to see moisture has nowhere to go. Yeah, it's just trapped. So let's pull this. I would like to check another whole piece like that. Okay, that's really impressive how well that is still stuck. Even with it being in the weather like that. Look at that. It's just ripped off of there. It's stuck so good. This is really good. This is a real good product. I'm really impressed by this. Wow, it's so stuck. I can't even get that off of there while I'm holding the camera. Anyway, we'll just go with that. So this is not even wet right here. This is where the glue was stuck really good. This has seeped in just a little bit around the edges of the pad. This is dry. This is completely dry. This is where it was stuck. Unlike this one right here, that actually got wet right there. And I would like to, I can't get it though. I was wanting to pull the rest of that up. Oh, come on. Thank you, Gold Coast. I appreciate it, buddy. Sorry for boring you out right here. I really want to get this off of here. And again, I didn't do any of this beforehand because I want you to witness it as I was witnessing it for the first time. Okay, there we go. All right. So this, once again, is completely dry. The back side of that pad. This is the back side of it again. You can see right on that end right there is where, oh, that's probably where it was, just right here in the water just now. Man, once again, just a little bit on the edges of this stuff did that water actually get underneath of the pad. This is a very good vinyl plank right here. I'm definitely gonna give this a 10. This was a good test. Like I said, probably, and like all these edges, all the seams in it, I lay all types of click and live, have washing machine blow up, have never had problems with water. Exactly. My brother lives in a house. Like I said, we get rain here a lot. My brother lives in a house where when it rains a lot, his basement will flood. He has actually took that up and put it down 3 or 4 times, if I ain't mistaken, the same product where it's been completely soaked, and then he'll number it and put it back down year after year after year. 3 or 4 years in a row, he's actually took that vinyl plank up and reinstalled the same stuff after he gets his basement cleaned up. But anyway, for only having just a little bit of swell on those edges. Now, this is not your typical conditions, okay? Like I said, this stuff sits out here. It has sat out here for about 5 or 6 months. So what's the best way to number the planks? You got me. I would have to get in that situation myself. I would have to get in that situation of pulling that up and then putting it back down before I come up with some kind of scheme for doing that. My brother has done that. I've not done it. I've not helped him do it. He has done that on his own. So I would probably, like I said, just have to be in a situation before I would come up with something about that. It's like anything else. There are different qualities. Yeah, you are exactly right. There are some stuff that you can drop. You can scratch it with your tools bin on it and all kinds of stuff like that. How's it going, my Waydrum? You can drag a hammer across it and scratch it or anything like that. That's why I keep, you get what you pay for most times. Yeah, you're exactly right. That's why I keep pointing this out so you guys know what product this is. This, again, is a Mannington, okay? Don't say it right there, but this is a Mannington Duramax, okay? Again, I want to point out that this says 12 by 24s, but this is not the box that it came in. It's just a box so that people could see what this brand looks like if they're looking for it, okay? So, I don't know what else to do as far as showing this. Like I said, I checked the levelness. I checked the seams in it from peeking up and stuff like that. I like Mannington sheet vinyl. Their laminate is probably the #1 laminate as well. I don't like laminate, but they probably got the best laminate on the market. Thank you. I appreciate that. James World 14, what do you think about laminates with waterproof warranties? I don't think they're waterproof. I think they're water resistant. I think that's right. I think I'm saying that right. If you leave water on it, it don't matter what they say. If you leave water on your laminate, it's eventually going to soak down in the joints and you're going to have messed up floor, okay? The Mannington laminate that I'm talking about right now says that, but if you spill water on it and get it up, you're going to be cool. It's going to be water resistant. They have waterproof now, okay? Someone just said they have waterproof. He says he carries it. Okay, I don't know. I don't know about that. It's kind of hard to, I don't know. That Mannington I'm talking about might be waterproof. I don't know. I would have to check into that myself. It is a really tight locking mechanism. We was actually talking about that this morning at the carpet store. He said, the store owner said that's why they can have waterproof laminates and stuff like that. I just blew it off because I didn't know that they had any waterproof laminate. But we was talking about how tightly that it fit and locked together, and that keeps the water from getting down in it. So it might be, I don't know. I sure wouldn't want to put it to the test. I'll tell you what, if you put laminate outside for even a small period of time, such as we have done here with this vinyl plank, you would have a pile of garbage sitting here, okay? You wouldn't have vinyl planks, you wouldn't have laminate sitting here. You would have a pile of garbage. There's no way that laminate is going to hold up outside like this at all. If you put it out here in one good rainstorm and let it sit, you're going to be messed up, okay? By all means. You see Gold Coast Flooring right there. He actually has some vinyl plank he installed outside of his house, and this is in California. Extreme temperatures and stuff like that. He's had it installed outside for right at 2 years, a little longer than 2 years, and it looks really good shape too. The same thing here, a little bit on the edges, 2 years outside. There he goes. And he's in Sacramento, California. And a little bit of peaking on the edges and stuff like that, just like this does right here. Again, Travis, it just completely depends on what you spend on it, okay? This stuff right here that I'm talking about, this Duramax, is going to be really well because it's had my kids' scooters and everything all over. It has no visible marks on it whatsoever. So it does really good. We'll tell you that they need to remove the saying waterproof off of their displays. He said it is water resistant. I was thinking that. Water resistant not meaning proof, okay? Laminate will definitely get messed up in water. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's made like particle board, so there's no way it's gonna hold up to water. It might be resistant to small spills and stuff like that for a small amount of time. Again, if you let water sit on it or set it in water, you're gonna have a pile of garbage, not laminate, okay? So I don't know what else to say about this. We tore the back off of it. No water got through the backing. No water got through the moisture barrier, except right, you know, very little bit seeped in around the edges. This one board had a little bit, could have been puncture holes, I'm sure, from being installed out here on gravel and stuff like that. Looky here. So gravel holes and stuff in it right there. See that? And that's approximately center. Let's check that out. That might be exactly where, that is exactly where it is. Right here. I'll guarantee you that's what it is. Right there's the hole, and right there is the water. I guarantee you that's what happened right there. Is it got water in through that hole there. But the moisture barrier held up really good on that. It did not by any means have damage to the moisture barrier. It was still stuck really good. It did not let water leak in, very minor, right around the edges right there. Not enough to make me say that it's a faulty moisture barrier at all. That worked out really well. Highly, highly impressed with this product right here. Again, it had very little swelling on the joints there, or cupping rather, where the board tends to do that. Instead of lay flat, it just barely raises up on the edges like that. You get that out of hardwood a lot. I'm completely impressed. So we'll leave it at that. I don't have anything else to say about it. I hope this will help someone out. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it, buddy. I hope this will help somebody out when they're making decisions. Do they want to go with laminate, especially for being outside water? Well, yeah, exactly. This is really impressive, Nick. So maybe this will help someone out when they want to buy laminate, vinyl plank, or whatever, when they're actually wondering how does the stuff hold up. I hope this is a convincer. I actually love installing vinyl plank, and does it hold up really well? Yes, if it is installed properly, it will hold up extremely well. Even in extreme conditions, such as been outside right here, okay? Again, 6 months outside, rain, sunny, cold, still in good shape, okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. We got 32 people here. Thank you. I appreciate it, Robert. If you guys, before you get off here, will smash that thumbs up for me, I would greatly appreciate it. Let's watch that number go up right quick. Before you get off of here, smash that thumbs up button for me. Come on, smash it. Thank you. There it goes. There it goes. Come on. There we go. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I'm going to get off here. Thank you. I appreciate it. It keeps going up there. I really appreciate it. Rigid core is a really good product. A lot of people diss the Home Depot stuff. I've had nothing but good luck out of the Life Proof for my own experiences. I've installed it a number of times, and I've not had an issue with it whatsoever. Again, a lot of people diss that, but for a box store, it is a really good really good product. And also, the product that Nick from Gold Coast Flooring has installed outside over in California is a Shaw product, okay? I can't remember the exact which run it was, but it was a Shaw product, okay? Got 20 thumbs up. I appreciate that. That jumped up 10 more really fast. Thank you guys for that. I hope this is helpful for someone. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, FBSB's out.